What is up, Storm Chasers? We are live. Okay, as you guys come in, let me know that you can hear me and see me good. I wanted to come today because we're going to be live a couple times today, but I had to come and talk about all of the drama that's been going on with T.S. Madison. All right, T.S. Madison, the actress, YouTuber. I think she was on Vine back in the day too. We all know who T.S. Madison is, and the comments that she made on her Twitter that had everybody tweeting and had everybody talking. All right. So we're going to go over the tweet, and then I want you guys to come in and actually tell me, what do you think about what she said? Was she right? Was she wrong? Are we making something out of nothing? What is it? Which is it? All right. It said, yes, we here and we ready. Okay, perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and read the tweet. And okay. So she said on her tweet, now, why would someone even start that kind of lie on a trans person? And you people immediately believe that bogus ish. That was not true. No transgender woman beat on hashtag Shanquella Robinson to death. It was one of her own. You people ran immediately with that lie. And now T.S. Madison was saying that she addressed the situation because everybody was calling that Dejanay Jackson girl a transgender, a trans. Everybody was. I mean, every single live I didn't have. By the way, I didn't inspire a whole lot of people in the mainstream and in the middle stream to go ahead and talk about this ish. I see that. We trendsetters over here. I'm like Roland Martin. They over there on the neighborhood talk. That white reporter calling the people just like I called the people on camera. I'm like, yo, y'all gonna stop with all this damn stealing. But anyway, we gonna stop all that damn stealing. But with that being said, that picture of Dejanay Jackson without a wig, that was obviously Photoshop, had been circling the internet. And everybody kept saying, like, damn, I think that's a man. I think that's a man. I think that's a trans. That explains why she was so rough. That explains why she was fighting the way that she was. And when it turned, well, we don't know what it is. We don't know what it is. But we know that the TS addressed it and said, absolutely not. Okay. So this tweet went viral. It was everywhere. T.S. Madison then took to her Instagram live to address everybody. It's like a 59-minute live. We were going to have like a live reaction to it, but then she uploaded the live as a YouTube video. So due to copyright, I feel like I can react to it. It's a lot. 59 minutes is a lot to react to. We'll be here a long time. And so they say, hey, Storm, it's a shirt for me. It's a workout shirt. I mean, it's a workout shirt. I mean, I know I'm showing nipple, but whatever. It ain't a huge deal. Oh my god, y'all all focus on the damn tank. But anyway, but a lot of people was getting on T.S. Madison's ass because they felt like, okay, first you say you a woman, now you saying you're not a woman. First you say trans women are the same as women, now you saying you're not. What do you want to be? And then T.S. Madison is saying, well, y'all always calling us men anyway. And so guess what? There wasn't no man that beat her up. That was one of y'all. Okay. And so there is this, because it really ain't about the tweet, and it really ain't about Shanquella, which the attention should be on Shanquella. And finding, and convicting these killers, because that's what they are. But this whole drama with T.S. Madison, this shit is really about tension between biological women and transgender women. Now, I like to say between real women and transgender women, but I know that's offensive. So the correct term, I believe, is cisgender women versus transgender. I think that's the correct way to say it. But to me, I just say real versus trans, like that. I don't know no other way to put it. There is issues and drama between the two, and that's why every time Madison even slightly steps out of line, she getting dragged. So enough of me talking. I'm gonna put the link in the chat. Excuse me. I'm gonna put the link in the chat. And I want y'all to come in and let me know what you think. This is going to be a discussion. Okay. Let me go ahead. Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to the Celebrity Doctor YouTube channel as well. We was live last night. We dragged them niggas last night. We dragged them. You know, as y'all know, over here you get Storm. Over there it's the Celebrity Doctor. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. So put that up. Okay. Black said, don't call me a cisgender woman. I know a lot of people don't say that, but that's the correct, you know, I got to think about the algorithm, and that's like the correct way to say it. TS said what she said, and she ain't taking it back. Oh, I know she not. Binky said, TS was tacky as hell. We are mourning and got to make issue about them. And that was an issue that a lot of people had too. Like when you read the comments, matter of fact, while we waiting, let's look at the comments. Why not? Okay. Are you going to let me expand? Okay, there we go. All right. This person said, you haven't made any posts or even a single rest in peace post about Shanquella prior to this post. And the first thing you post about the subject is whether a transgender woman was present or not. Why does this matter? She was beaten to death. Y'all worry about a lie and she lost her life. I know what lies can do to people in situations, and I don't agree with the lie of a trans woman being present if they weren't. In my opinion, I don't care if anyone in that room was straight, gay, trans, non-binary, and so on. Her life was taken. I'm just saying. So a lot of people felt like, well, damn, sis, you ain't addressed none of this shit before. Why do you care now? And T.S. Madison felt like, well, if I don't say anything, then there may be violence against transgender women because y'all thinking it was a trans woman that beat up Shanquella. I'm just playing devil's advocate here. What's going on, Sky Fearless?
Hey, now Storm, what's up with you?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm pretty good. Love your show. Been watching you for about some months now, since a little bit before the summer. I'm very, very happy for your progress and everything you've been doing. But I'm in like Pacific time, so I just got up, and so I don't know everything that went on with T.S. Madison. Here's my thing. I think it's irrelevant, because wasn't it a man who photoshopped that photo of the girl who harmed her? So it's like, why are you attacking women? What is the problem? And so for me, if it is a man who did that, why are you coming at us if we just responded to the Photoshop photo?
Oh, okay. So you saying even if we got it wrong and that is a real woman, either way, why are you mad at that and not the actual issue at hand? Okay.
That too, but also if it wasn't a woman who photoshopped that photo. I
It was a
recall
man.
when it first came out, it was a man who photoshopped it. So why aren't you addressing that man who photoshopped it? Because let's keep it 100. There are plenty of men in women's sports who are harming women at the advantage of them being transgendered, and it's plenty of other examples like that. So I'm sorry, I think T.S. Madison is really reaching, and I think she wants some I don't know, 5 minutes of fame on this, when the truth of the matter is I'm very, very, very it's sad that this what it took to get us together. But I'm very, very happy with the way we pressed this issue, because what they did to this young girl is absolutely unacceptable. And to be honest with you, I come from a place where I came up fighting, and that's how we responded. We didn't call the police, but after this, I will never promote violence again, because if this isn't a message to our community, to our culture, that how we've been promoting this is it's time for it to get kicked the hell out of our lives, then I don't know what else is going to save us. But even coming from where I come from, I will never promote violence again, ever, after what I saw they done to that young girl.
I like that. I think we all need to promote, proper conflict resolution, talking it
Absolutely.
out, walking away. Hell, if you don't like somebody, just don't hang out with them. That's where I be lost. If I don't like you, I'm not gonna come around you. I don't want you to come around me. But Shanquella, she had the money, so that's why they kept her around.
And I feel so bad that she was taken advantage of like that, because she seemed like she was such a joy in life, you know. And we all have our issues and our flaws, but it seemed like she genuinely cared about these people, and she just wanted everybody to have a good time. And you got to be all out evil to do what you did to her. And so
Mm-hmm.
I try to stay very, very neutral when it comes to punishment, because I don't know where people came from. I don't know what made them do what they did to her. However, I'm hoping for the extradition. I really,
Me
really
too.
am, because justice has to be served. You don't. She wouldn't even fight the girl back. That lets you know her nature. She didn't deserve what they did to her. And
And it should have been stopped then. Any issue they had when that girl said, "I'm not fighting you back," everything, stop it there. That's it.
exactly,
Even in the streets, when people fighting, people will
exactly.
let you get up. Come
Mm-hmm.
on, man. That they
Mm-hmm.
demonic. They demonic. But thank you, Scott, for coming up.
And thank you for having me. You have a good one.
You too. Bye bye. Damn, I've even seen plenty of street fights where people don't let people get jumped. People will say, y'all done fell down, let it get up, get up, get up, get up, get up. And they'll spread you apart, and then you go back at it. Even in MMA, even in, excuse me, WWE, we know that's fake though. Even in boxing, there are rules for a reason. Now, I know a lot of people don't like a lot of people don't like Andrew Tate, but I heard something he said and it actually stuck with me. He said there is a difference between fighting and violence. You do have people that can fight, and then you do have people that are just outright violent. And these niggas was violent. Rose said when Tia said that she was off by one of her own, that was telling of her issues with biological women. So it's safe to say then TS is saying that there is a difference between trans and cisgender women. But then I feel like she has always said that. I don't know. At least when I met her, she said that. But I don't know. What's going on, Partly Sweet? Okay, I don't think they have their stuff together. Going once, going twice. Okay, I'll let you come back up. All right, what's going on, Audrey?
Hey, Storm.
How you doing?
I'm pretty good. Storm. It's a mess. It's messy. The point is that a young woman is murdered. And
Yes.
it seems like we've gotten all away from that. There was no transgendered people involved. The young lady that they're showing that is part of this killing, that's a girl. No transgendered people involved. Just a bunch of straight murderers, twisted murderers. T.S. Madison was not trying to hurt anybody's feelings. She was just trying to say, you guys always come after us transgendered women. And now you're wanting it to be a transgendered person that killed her so that you can come after us. And all she was saying was, this was a girl, just a girl, a regular female that was involved in this girl's death. That's all. I just think we're all taking it. It's just a bunch of crap.
I
It's
think
just,
I think it was kind of taken out of context. I think because
yes.
um and I got some feedback, so I just gotta mute you while I talk there. 1 sec. I think because everybody's very sensitive about this case right now, and I think because T.S. Madison had not addressed the anything else about Shanquella dying beforehand, I think people took it the wrong way. But I don't think she said nothing that was all that bad. Just in my opinion, I don't think she did.
Storm, she said she's let everybody know in her live, which is now YouTube, that she's been away. She had no idea of the things that were going on.
Oh, okay.
So it's like, this is what she said. She says, give me a moment. I don't even know what's going on. And the first thing she woke up to was somebody uh, being rude to her, saying, well, hey, how come you haven't said anything yet? And she's like, well, give me time to get myself together to wake up. And all she saw was that thing, that diatribe about, oh, you know, how come you haven't said anything? In other words, just give me time. Give me time to see. And she saw that. And T.S. Madison is T.S. Madison, and that's okay. Love her. So she just jumped on that, and it's defensive mode. And it has nothing to do. Somebody said it's her feelings about cis women. It's not that, y'all. Just stop making, just stop. That's all, Storm. Just stop the drama and get back to this young lady was killed and just forget the rest. No ifs, ands, or buts, no transgender persons, just a bunch of monsters that set this girl up to kill her. And that's it. That's
I
all.
hear you, and I will say this before you go. I do think T.S. Madison got to stop addressing every controversy too.
But that's her. How can you stop, what you're used to? Or
True.
maybe come at it just a little bit softer. I mean, it's not what you say, it's how you say it.
True.
That's true. But I think everybody's just being messy about this. It's like the girl is dead. Arrest the people that did this, and let's go from there. Nothing else matters.
All right. Thank you, Audrey. You have a good one. All right.
Thanks, Storm. You too.
Bye-bye. Yeah, that was my thoughts after, seeing T.S. Madison go live and her address this stuff. It's kind of like at the level she's at now, you acting in movies, you on a Beyonce album. I hate to say it, but it's kind of like, sis, I don't even want you. Damn what the people got to say. I don't even want you still loading up your live to go live and call people puss assholes and suck ass this, and you mess around, say the wrong thing, mess up some opportunity for yourself. I don't know. Fuck it. You tweeted what you tweeted. Take it down, keep it up, leave it at that. All right, Partly Sweet, are you ready? And we got to be careful on speaking things that we don't know about. That's a good point too. So somebody in the chat say that. Partly Sweet, your audio isn't working. I don't know what's going on, but it's not. Kimiasa?
Oh my God, you got my name right.
How you doing today?
I'm fine of yourself.
I'm good. What's your thoughts on everything today?
Hey, Store, we love you over here. That's all.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, we just think that TS could have just talked about the situation and sent her condolences instead of comparing between trans and regular women. Because it's a bigger picture at hand. Somebody lost their life. It don't matter whether it was trans or regular or whatever. But like the last caller said, that's just T.S. Madison.
But you know what too? Let me ask you this. What is the issue or issues between trans women and bio women? There's tension there, and it's just like I don't know exactly what it is.
Well, from my understanding, because I have gays in my family on both sides,
okay,
they feel they don't have the respect of being who they want to be. But in the end, you're still what you were. But like I say, I respect you. If you want to be a she or a he, you could be whatever you want to be. It's your lifestyle. You do what you want to do. I'm not God. I'm not here to judge. You just do you. I don't understand why it's a problem. Just live your life and be happy.
And I feel like the tension also comes from on the female side. And I hate to say it like that, but it's like they're trying too hard to be a woman. You know what I'm saying? It's like we get that who you are, and you know what I mean, you're trans, we get that, but it's like when you walk harder than me, when your heels are higher than mine, and your hair longer than mine, and you got like normal women don't even act like that. Ooh. It's the over flamboyantness. You know what I'm saying? It's like, girl, sit down. If you're gonna be a woman, my mom used to say, ladies are seen and not heard. Act like a lady.
Yep.
Oh, that's old school right there.
Oh yeah, we definitely was raised by the elders.
That's old school. That's old school right there. But okay, so you feel like it's kind of almost like you're mocking real women by what you're doing, because like we don't do all that. Okay.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Do you also think that
real women do have our ratchet moments, but we're not always so up there?
Do you also feel like there's issues with like competing over black men?
I think that's issues with male and female, even like gay guys. I think it's always an issue.
There is always a competition. They do feel like And that's another thing. The issue may come from a straight woman. We're already competing with other women for this black man. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
we got to compete with white women for a black man. Now we got to compete with transgender women for a black man. It's like, we gonna be fucking on each other real soon in a minute. Our options, especially the ones that like are really into black men, really want to date a black man, our options are getting slimmer.
Yeah, they slim. They real slim.
I think that's also a part of the conflict. It's like we had to compete. We already compete with each other. We compete with white women, Asian women, mixed women, women that exoticals as he called it. And we gotta compete with a man.
Hey, Storm, quick question. What happened to the belt? I missed the belt.
Oh, the belt. Oh my God. You know, I had so many people tell me I was triggering their childhood trauma.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And then you see other people and started picking up the belt, but that's okay. They can have it. It's fine. It's fine.
Okay, well, let's just come up with a new prop.
Yes. We're going to come up with a new prop for sure.
All right. Thanks for letting us in, Storm. We love you.
Absolutely. You take it easy now.
All right.
Bye-bye. We had a super chat. Minding my business said, I don't blame TS for saying what she said because they were coming for the LGBT community. And if there were no LGBT people involved, she has every right to defend her community. That's minding my business. Thank you for the super chat. What's up, Camille?
Hi. Can you hear me?
I can. Whatever you smoking, you just got to keep it out the camera, okay?
I'm going to put it out.
Okay.
I wanted to say to the trans thing, I personally don't understand it. I don't get it. I don't believe it. Because the way I look at it is, okay, I could say, I feel like a tree right now, and then you must address me as a tree, but in all actuality, I am not a tree. You get what I'm saying? Like, it kind of gets delusional to me. Like,
if you come on here and say you feel like a tree, baby, they're going to lock you in a mental hospital.
Thank you. That's what I'm saying. So we can't just sit up here and say, oh, today I feel like a man, or today I feel like a woman. And my thing is, a lot of the trans women, you're portraying what you think a woman is. Because how do you know what a woman is until you've actually been that, until you've had a vagina, until you've given birth, and then they'll say, oh, well, not all women can give birth. Okay, I'll give you that. Not all women can give birth. But there are some things that all women do go through. Now, for the Shanquella thing, I think it's dead wrong that these people are trying to put it on a trans person, trying to weaponize a community of people that you don't like because just to justify this girl's death. Now, I don't think that's right because, say, for example, we're in a white hick town and a little white girl is killed, and then the white hick town thinks that, oh, a white man did it. Okay. But then they're like, oh no, a black man did it. That makes it even worse. Like, why does that change the severity? Just because the person is trans or you think they're trans or not, it doesn't matter. A girl was killed, so that should be the main issue. We shouldn't be having the trans discussion. We have this discussion every week. I mean, I'm perfectly fine having it because I'll disagree all day. But I won't misgender somebody either. If you want me to call you she and I think you're a man, I'll call you what you want me to call you because I don't want to disrespect you, but I don't believe in that. So stop trying to
Okay.
Stop trying to use a group of people that you don't like to weaponize and justify this girl's death. It's not right. And T.S. Madison, I do agree. She has every right to stand up for her community because I would stand up for my community. And it was one of her own. So I don't see anything that's wrong with saying that. It was one of her own. So stop trying to use the community when it's convenient for you. And I'm a person that doesn't agree with the whole, trans movement and everything. It's just, I don't understand it. I don't believe that you can decide that, oh, I'm just stop sign over here because I feel like it. Like, that's just not how the world works, But don't use the transness to weaponize this girl's death because it's wrong.
Oh, a lot of people will get on you about saying that.
What?
You know what? Well, okay. From what I've learned about trans people is that in their head, they emotionally feel like they are the other gender. I'm not talking about the motherfuckers now that's like, transitioning so they can compete on the women's swim team and all that shit. I'm not talking about that. But I mean, like, from what I've heard them say, I've always felt like this or something different, and I didn't know what it is. And then I've had some people say that they're two-spirited, so they feel like they have two spirits inside of them, a male one and a female one.
Mm. See, that's
I'm
where
just saying that's because even with it's now LGBTQIA2 plus, and the two is for two spirited.
mm-hmm. Well, I like men and women, so I think that's like something that's already pre like dispositioned in you. I don't know if I said that right. I don't want to sound dumb, but I don't know if that's like biological. I think it is, but I just don't understand how like one minute you could say you feel like this just because you think or you get what I'm saying, or like a lot of the trans women you think that's what a woman does. You think that's like the girl before me was saying, you think that's what women do, or you think. So, like I said, I would never misgender anybody. I call T.S. Madison she. I would never go to T.S. Madison and be like, "What's up, bro?" I think that's disrespectful. Um. So, but in my mind, I don't get it. And if I had a child that was trans, oh, that's gonna be the baddest, whatever they are, baddest, coldest.
You said you gonna do it right.
Oh,
I ain't gonna cap. The only thing that like somebody like T.S. Madison, I met her in person. She wouldn't throw me off. What throws me off is I've seen trans women, but they got like a full beard and like still built like it. I've seen with like one dude, he had lipstick, built like this, but then a wig, full
well,
beard.
I have seen some of those T.S. Madison videos, so I mean, she got a big thing down there. So I mean,
She is known as a big dick bitch.
so I mean, how could you say, you know? Hey, girls.
We gonna leave it there. Thank you, Camille.
Oh, this is my first time calling in, so thanks for taking me.
Absolutely, absolutely. You have a good one. All right.
Yeah.
Bye bye. Camille's a cutie pie. What's going on, Rashonda? Hey, we went mute again.
Okay, let me undo it. Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
Hanging in there. What I wanted to say is that it's a shame that so-called friends want to bully folks. You know what I'm saying? My thing is, like you said, if a person don't like you, stay away from them. Why you all in people's faces if you don't like them? I mean, her death kind of triggered me because I've been bullied and still getting bullied. But like I told folks, if you don't like me, stay away from me. And then I got this girl who actually left me at a club while she go school a police officer, and she calls me. But God fixes it to where I don't even answer her calls. I mean, there's nothing we can talk about. I mean, you hurt me and still trying to hurt me and think I'm gonna be a friend of you. You showed me who you is. So you not finna set me up to get hurt or killed knowing what I know. You see what I'm saying?
I hear you.
What I'm saying is it doesn't matter what that person was or what folks think. First of all, we all need each other. Why folks getting jealous and trying to be in competition with everybody? It doesn't matter if you gay, straight, whatever. People need to stop being so jealous and evil toward people and try to love one another and try to be loving toward each other. We only here for a short time. You can't sit up here and hate folks for the rest of your life. You don't know if you're gonna see that person for the last time or not. So it's about respect. And if you got that much hate in your heart, you need to take that up with the creator and do some soul searching for yourself. And then just stay away from people. You don't have to be around people that you don't like. I mean, why take somebody all the way to Mexico just to get them killed? You see what I'm saying?
I hear you. I hear you. And I just think when it comes to this new generation, I just think a lot of them they have no regard for life. They don't love themselves. They really don't care if they live or die. So they don't care about taking nobody else's life. And I hope that they get sent back to Mexico. I can only hope. But thank you, Rashonda, for coming up. Okay. I got everybody coming in the chat on this.
Okay, then. I appreciate it. Thank you, Storm.
Thank you. Bye-bye now. Ooh, got to roll through this, boy. We got everybody up here. What's going on, Gia?
Hey, what's up, Storm? This I've been watching you for a few months now, but this is my first time like calling in and being a part of the
Cool.
show. But I just want to say that I really like your commentary. I think you've really found a niche and like your own lane, and you're just really doing a terrific job. So
Well, thank you, thank you.
yeah, hats off to you. But with regard to the topic at hand, I get why T.S. Madison felt the need to like jump in and stand up for her community and her people. Um, I mean, it is. I mean, I don't know. Is there a way to find out definitively if the girls, I'm using air quotes, even though you can't see them, but if the girls were actually girls or if they were altered in some way, or if, I
I
mean,
mean, we've yet to see like baby pictures or childhood pictures or anything like that.
oh,
I mean, they can always do a DNA test if we just want to get real technical. But
oh,
um,
okay. No, because I haven't peeped their social media or anything like that. So I'm not, yeah, I'm not sure
they
where.
they claim that Dejanay girl. They claim she just had a baby. That's what the people saying.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So that's what they say. So
Right.
even when I was seeing those rumors, I was just like, well, the picture's photoshopped. And I don't know. That might just be a manly looking woman. Now that
Right.
Winter, that preference, she looks like she might be trans for real, for real.
Right. But that's the thing. Like, I have homegirls that have very masculine features. You know what I mean? And
Yeah, they look like their daddy.
exactly. Like, we've gone to, Rosarito and Sonata, and they'll be like, oh, ella es muy guapa, tú eres muy guapa. You know what I mean? And that's guapa is the male, I mean, the
It's
Spanish word
handsome.
for handsome. Exactly. And they say
Mm-hmm.
guapa. They don't say guapo. They don't diss us. But, it's like, yeah. So, I mean, some women do have, and then there are men that are like androgynous or effeminate. And it's just, that's why it's a scale and not black or white. There's many shades of gray in between. But that's neither here nor there. What I really wanted to say was that there are evil and violent straight people. There are evil and violent, transgender people. There are evil and violent homosexual people. There are evil and
Mm-hmm.
violent bisexual and queer people. Like, no one is 100% good or bad. There are people that just have that in them. They be on that demon time, and it's not gender specific, and it doesn't have to do with whether or not you've undergone surgery or been in the makeup chair for an extra minute or whatever. Like, if
Mm-hmm.
you're violent, evil, bitter, and jealous, and that gets triggered, then you're just gonna do what you're gonna do. But I don't think anyone should gang up and say like, "Oh, see, that's what happens when you hang out with transgenders," or "Oh, see what happened." Like, no, it's like, some humans just ain't worth a damn. We don't need to be bothered with them.
Yeah. Some just aren't, and you know what? I like that you said that too, because everybody got the propensity, I think it's the right word, to be
Yeah,
evil or
correct.
violent in some kind of way. But there's
Absolutely.
some of these motherfuckers out here, they mammies should have swallowed them, and I'm sticking with that.
Yeah, yeah. I ain't even mad at you that you even said that. Like, I know you said on another stream that they should have been deleted while they was in the womb. And it's unfortunate that we can't see what our progeny or our children will come to be when all is said and done and they've been raised and everything has been, you know what I mean? It's a
Yeah,
shame we're not able to see the finished product, because then we could make a determination on whether or not it's even worth it to put in all the resources and the and the time and the energy that it takes to raise a person to be a person. Some people just, you raise them, you do the best you can, and they still don't turn out worth a shit. So it is what it is. It's
it is what it
unfortunate,
is.
but yeah, until they come up with some sort of technology that lets you know this is what your child will be like when they're an adult. Until they come up with that, we just got to roll the dice and take it how it comes and do the best we can as parents, though. And yeah, I don't know. I feel like the Gen Z generation currently, it's like, I don't know. I was just raised different. I was raised in the 80s and 90s, and you get your ass whooped if you step out of line. You get your ass whooped if you spoke out the side of your neck, or out the crack of your ass. You get, and these kids, they just say the wildest stuff to grown-ups and to each
Well,
other, and it's just so disrespectful.
They are very disrespectful. The issue now is these kids aren't being raised. They just aren't. A lot of them have raised themselves, and so we don't. They just screw. But thank you, Gia, for coming up. All right.
Thank you for having me, Storm. Take
Bye-bye.
care.
Black Orchid 772 says, Storm, thank you for the coverage. Life in Mexico is paroled after 40 years. Life in the States is life. I will say this though. 40 years in a Mexican prison, they might not make it out of that. I'm just saying, they might not. I still kind of want them to go through a Mexican prison. I just still want to. I hear what you're saying, but I still want them to. Eugenia or Eugema?
Yes, how are you? I'm Eugema from Richmond, Virginia.
Eugema, how you doing today?
I'm good. I was calling in because, I want to state a few facts because I'm near the North Carolina area and, affiliated with a few people and things of that nature. So first of all, real quick, I'm just going to go real fast. This has nothing to do with the transgender community at all. Yes, she is a strong-faced female, but it was a group of 8 people that went on a trip. Second of all, her father spoke and, he was really emotional the other night. And like he said, he watched the video, but like I said, the second video has not been out. But of course, the first video was the fight with Dejanay. The second video was not surfaced yet, which is a video with Winter body slamming her. And that was the lethal thing that killed her. They're not going to say in general right now, I'm going to say allegedly, but the fight with Dejanay was the fight as everyone's seen. The second one was when Winter body slammed her grabbed her by the neck and body slammed her. And they said what did the spine and the neck situation to her. So going forward, the best friend and those girls, Winter and Dejanay, them went to the family house when they came back, ate dinner with her mother. And of course, her best friend go sit there and tell the mother, eat with the family and everything, and make the mama know, just sat there and told the mother, oh yeah, it was alcohol poison, da 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 da. But not only are you not a best friend, you go sit there and eat with the family and once you come back and bring her your luggage. They brought Shanquella's luggage and everything to the mother's house. And, as a best friend, you still covering the story up, saying that it was alcohol poison, which is disgusting. And then, like the father said, they called him and asked him for $5,000 when they was in Mexico during the time they was on their way back. So mind you, people don't even know this part. They didn't stay at the hotel once she passed away. The next day, they stayed at another hotel. They didn't stay at the same hotel the night she passed. They stayed at another hotel and then left the next day. So they didn't even stay there to make sure she was okay. So that was a horrible thing. And I was watching Factual and things in that nature, but it's like people know parts and pieces, but they don't know what they're talking about because it's like, oh, I would have forgave the best friend if he at least saying he's innocent. No, he's guilty as just the Dejanay and Winter. Like I said, there's another video because Winter was actually filming the video when Dejanay was fighting her, and she was part of y'all go back and look at some of the videos. Winter was doing one of the videos, and then after I guess Dejanay finished fighting her, Winter, she the one that did the second. It's another video out with Winter, and Winter was the one that did the final thing where she body slammed her by the neck, and that's when her spine and everything got severed.
Gotcha. Okay, so while she was fighting Dejanay, Winter was taping that. They all going to jail. Her and Khalil both had a video. And if y'all go back, Khalil also had a video going too, because he was the one that said, and also, when somebody was saying, fight back. So Winter also was on a video, and Khalil. They both he was doing FaceTime, and then she had a video going at the same time.
So they both were videotaping. But like I said, this was already planned because she had no idea that they were planning that. But I think it, like I said, I think it was already planned that they was going to fight her, because it was a post back on Instagram a while back, and Dejanay, you know, they said she carried. And I guess they was like, oh, she thinks she better than she is, but you can't carry no weapon in Mexico. So, you know, they probably had in their head, if y'all, it was an Instagram a while back, and they show like a post, you know, she don't go empty handed. So I guess in the area of North Carolina, you know, she you know, keep herself safe, which she has a right to do. But I guess, you know, and they said, somebody said something about Dejanay used to work for her or help, you know, and because she got a lot of things going for her, she's a, you know, very important female, you know, and do her thing, and you know, at her age, she's doing great for herself. And then I guess it got to them, you know, when we get in Mexico, you know, we gonna see how bad she is, because of course they're not gonna approach her when they know she, you know, keep herself safe around the area where they live at, and she ain't worried about nobody. But they played like they like her and they was cool with her during the whole trip. And then of course when they got her over there, and then if you heard during the argument that Dejanay was like, I'm tired of your SHIT, I'm tired of your whatever, you know, when she was fighting her. And like she said, they caught her off guard when she fought her, because like I said, she was halfway asleep, you know, or whatever, you know, it was caught off guard. And like the dad said, when that body came in that box, when they got the body back, because I'm like, why are they asking the father for $5,000 or whatever before they even came? Because he never even, you know, he couldn't figure out why they were asking him for money when they was trying to get back, when they were on their way home, you know. Right. So they never really spoke about why when they talked to the father. And like he said, then the best friend go tell the father. He came by, like the father stated on his interview. He said that he came by, and then he said all of a sudden he got sick once once the death certificate came back and they seen that it was more than alcohol poison. He all of a sudden got sick and ain't see him no more. So you know what I'm saying? So a lot of people want to, you know, it was an 8 people trip.
But I'm gonna say this: they all demonic. With friends like that, you might as well be by yourself.
Exactly, you're 100% correct. And like I said, it's sad that her best friend, if anything, he played like, oh, I rubbed her head, and why is you rubbing her head, and he put on the music and to try to, you know, make her fit. What is you doing? And he keep bringing up a nurse. Nobody mentioned the nurse. I just feel like because they said when the fight happened, as y'all see, was in the room. When they said the people came in, the nurse and stuff, she was on the couch. So somehow she got from the room to the couch. So I'm just letting y'all know it has nothing to do with transgender. It was a trip of 8 people. And his timelines is not correct, because I'm going to tell you about the best friend real quick. I'm going to let y'all go. The best friend said, oh, I got there a day after, whatever. No, 3 hours is ahead. When he flew from Texas to, I think, Mexico. Mm-hmm. He got there at 2:16. That's what he has. And from the 2:16, he was there. So he keeps saying I wasn't there. He was there.
He was there.
Exactly. So his timestamps is not correct. He just want to keep saying, oh, I'm innocent. I don't know why y'all. No, you're not innocent. For one, you're covering up for Dejanay. And Dejanay and her mom, she does have a child. So if y'all keep saying she transgender, she's not. She has a whole child. She's gone to Connecticut, and all their passports has been, you know, revoked or whatever, so they won't leave the country.
We gonna leave it there. So
thank y'all so much for your time. But I just got irritated with just people like, oh, this today. No, all of them are women and men involved, and I love my transgender community and everything, but this is not even about that right now. It's way, you know, we just trying to get justice for Shanquella, and I pray that she do get justice, and that's what it is.
Absolutely. Take it easy now.
Thank you so much for picking me. You have a great day, and I love your show.
Thank you. Bye-bye. All right. Okay, so I gotta hold up. I'm gonna write this down so I can chop this out too. 1 second. All right, cut out. We at about 44. Okay. So it's a lot of theories on the motive around the deletion. Okay. So Lil Birdie sent me this. They said So my coworker knows Malik and his parents. Now I know there was Khalil, Dejanay, Winter, Shanquella. What's Malik's last name? Anyway, so the girl they deleted caught Malik and that other boy, Khalil, effing, and she recorded it. I don't know if I believe this. This is just a theory. This is we just going through a theory for a possible motive for the deletion, but I don't believe this, but I'm gonna just read it. They tried to get the phone from her and she wasn't giving it up, so that girl started beating her, and eventually they all jumped her. I guess they didn't want people to know they was effing. So according to this birdie, she's saying that Shanquella caught Malik and Khalil effing. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. All right. Another theory I got sent to me by somebody that claims to be close to them. Hold on. Let me read it. Let me read it. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. So this person says Khalil, that's the so-called best friend, knew. No, not Khalil. I'm sorry. Nazir. That's the other one. Nazir knew about the plot the whole time. When he called them at the Airbnb, it was to find out the status of the deletion. I'm more inclined to believe this T over the other T. I don't believe she caught the boys effing, but I can believe that Nazir dude knew that something was going to go down the whole time. All right, there's a couple theories that's out there, but those are unfounded, and I'm not gonna make no video about it because it's unfounded. All right, cool. Lace Coco, you up?
How you doing?
Good. How you doing?
I'm doing good. So I want to say a couple things, and I'm gonna go. I don't want to hold you long because I know there's other people in here. First thing is this: people need to have respect for the family. I feel like some people are just using the story, unfortunately, to get clicks and views, because the Black community, I hate to say it, but I grew up in the hood. So this is coming from a person who knows all too well. The Black community operates like this. I was a tiny girl, just like, you know, the young lady who passed away. And I remember people promoting violence, people pulling, and this is back in the day when we had like the flip phones, back of Blackberries. People wanted to record fights or push people to fight. And they just think everything has to be a fight or argument, and it doesn't. And unfortunately, when you start to become successful, you have to let go of your friends in the past, especially if you come from an impoverished background. I had to do it. It's not anti-Black to let go of toxic people. That's one. And I'm very emotional about it because that girl didn't deserve that. That's the most disgusting shit I've ever saw in all my fucking days. On top of that, T.S. Madison needs to shut the hell up. She had no problem with Kaya sitting up on TV dragging biological women, talking about they coochie, all kind of disrespectful shit. It was funny to her when she got money, but as soon as someone talks about her community, then it's a problem. No, fuck her. She don't get to be two-faced. She want to jump in and out of I'm a real woman, then want to jump in, oh, I'm transgender. Fuck that bitch. I mean it. I don't care about T.S. Madison because she is ruining the opportunity we have as a community to address violence in our community by making this a LGBT thing. Listen, I'm a real person. I respect everybody, but I don't deal in the business of feeding people's delusions. T.S. Madison to me is a man. I don't care. She's not a woman. Anybody else like her, they're all men. And I'm glad I live in Texas because we don't do all that here. Okay, she's a man. I don't care what she's talking about. And then the other thing I want to say before I go, Storm, and you can, talk after. Since I'm in law school, I will say that the most they're going to charge them with is second-degree murder. They're not going to get them for first-degree murder because people are just, I feel like people are just running with lies now and just making up stuff. I believe they had jealousy for that girl before they went on the trip. I will say that I do agree with that, Storm. But I feel like once they got there, they put the plans in motions to jump her. But the thing is, that's you can't bring that to a jury because the jury will still have doubt if they don't have physical proof from text messages that they plan to jump her, phone proof. You cannot, that's how the criminal justice system works. The most they're going to get them for is second-degree murder. And I predict that they're going to turn on each other. I think the people that's going to get the most time is the boy who recorded the video, the Winter girl, and the other girl for killing her. And I also want to say people need to stop saying that Winter delivered the fatal blow. It doesn't matter to the prosecutors. Due to the fact that the Dejanay girl already was attacking her, they're going to say you weakened her body to where
That's what I said yesterday. That's what I said day before last. Yup. If you hadn't have been beating on her, and in the video you see her slinging her, hitting her all in the back of the head of the neck, so you weakened her. So they can say if you had not touched her, maybe she would have survived the choke slam. That is true. Yep.
So that's what they're gonna say, and that's what I'm saying, Storm. I like your videos on it because you're way more respectful and you say stuff that makes sense. Everybody else is just, I don't know what the hell they saying. But as a criminal, as someone that's in law school, I'm in Texas Southern. Hey y'all, they're gonna get them for second-degree murder, and also I don't believe they're gonna deport them to Mexico because the U.S. government doesn't really dabble in sending American citizens to foreign countries to serve time. They're gonna make them serve their time in the U.S. So they're going to look at this from, you killed an American on foreign soil. There's laws against that. So they're going to try. I wish they would go to Mexico because they would deserve it. Did the crime in Mexico? Bitch, go to Mexico. But they're going to charge them here with it. Because I know some people that's my friend doing internship with the FBI and things of that nature. So my point is they're going to charge, because this is not happened. This has happened before with other cases. The only case, I know 2 cases where the people have killed people overseas, but the thing is, the government detained them there, then sentenced them. Due to the fact that they left Mexico and they're in the United States, for Mexico to get them back to prosecute them, the American government would have to extradite them. They're not going to do that. So they're going to make them serve that time here, but they're going to go to jail. I hope everybody knows they're going to get time in jail for murdering that girl.
They are. They are all day long. They going down. And honestly, all they got to do is get a is it not a subpoena, but what is it? So they can so the prosecutors can look at the iClouds.
You said it right. It's a subpoena. Yeah.
A subpoena.
Their phone records.
Yeah.
So,
it don't matter even if they delete it. All that stuff can be retrieved.
I'm gonna tell you, nothing is deleted on the internet. Nothing. As soon as you type something in, it's all there. Like I said, from what I'm coming from, Storm, I know everybody is very emotional and they have every right to be. My point is people need to understand the difference between first degree and second degree murder. They're not going to be able to charge them with first degree murder. Second degree, yeah, because at the end of the day, how the court of law looks at it is that when you fight someone, you're not necessarily fighting them because the jury would have to believe within all the evidence, without a shadow of a doubt, that they intended to kill her when they were fighting her. Of course, the defense lawyer is going to make it to be this was a fight gone wrong. They're not going to be able to prove these people went there to fight her, to kill her. Even if they plan to go to Mexico to fight her, they would have to prove they plan to kill her. So they're only going to be able to charge them with second degree murder.
Long as we get them locked up. Thank you, Lace Coco. You have a good one, all right? Bye-bye. Only one, Adrian. How you doing?
Hey, Storm. Can you hear me?
I sure can. What's your thoughts today?
Well, first of all, I just want to give again my condolences to the family. This is absolutely horrific. And I want people to understand what they said that the Winter girl allegedly did to her with body slamming her on her neck like that. They were talking about the top vertebrae in her neck being severed. She internally decapitated that girl. I want people to understand this. That's what that actually medically what that is. Okay, so I know Lace Coco before was talking about in terms of what can happen legally. I was thinking that they probably would be extradited. Thankfully, this is getting national and even international press. I don't know if people have seen people in Asia were retweeting it, people in Europe are retweeting it. I think there's going to be a lot of international pressure, which is a good thing. The United States is going to put on Mexico to do something. They're going to have to levy some type of charges. We do have extradition with them. We see that all the time. People escape and try to run down to Mexico. No, we have those diplomatic relationships with Mexico. If they ask for those American citizens to be extradited back, America's going to have to send them. Whether or not Mexico will ask is a different thing. But if they do ask, they will have to send them because that's how diplomatic relationships work. And so the only thing I think they could be charged for over here is if the conspiracy started over here. But I think that's what Coco was saying. They would have to prove that through, electronic surveillance, emails, phone records, and whatnot. But I wanted to go back to your original question about T.S. Madison. I have a lot of LGBTQ friends. I have some family members. I love them to pieces. I don't really know anyone that's trans, but I got a lot of gay and lesbian friends. Love them. The one thing I will say, you asked about the issue between trans women and real women, and I'm gonna say this: there is an issue. There absolutely is an issue.
Mm.
To us, it feels like, and I think somebody else said this before, but I'll put it in my own terms. It feels like cosplay. And to be honest, it kind of feels like it's the ultimate form of male privilege, because not only did you get a chance to experience the world and society and everything that comes with it with being male, then you turned around and came over here and said, okay, now I'm going to come over here where you are and redefine what a woman is. I cannot stand the word cis. I don't want to be called that. I know most women do not want to be called that. I don't think I should have to change the way that I define myself just to affirm you. And the problem
Mm.
is, I feel like we are still the blueprint. Everything about you is still based, your aesthetic is based off of us. You got that, your whole look, the makeup, the hair, everything. You got that from your mama, your sister, your auntie, your grandma, somebody, some real woman in you're basing that on. That's where you got that from. And to me, whenever I hear them say, oh, well, I'm more feminine, because femininity is an energy. That is way more than the ability to beat a face or slay a wig. And when you reduce me to just that, have completely missed the point. Another thing I feel like is a complete slap in the face is when they say, oh, well, some real women can't get pregnant either. Storm, do you have any idea how offensive that is? I have family members and friends who have
Yeah.
gone through several rounds of IVF, debilitating, painful. I've gone, my husband and I, it took us 3 years to get pregnant. Like, do you have any idea what it feels like to know you were born with those body parts and for some reason they don't work? And now you got
Mm.
somebody that used to be a man throwing it up in your face that you can't have children? That is a complete slap in the face. If you're gonna say anything, but please don't say that. I don't understand why they always go to that particular point. But that is not endearing any of us to your cause. Not if you're gonna throw that in
They
our
okay.
faces.
Okay, they say that because I even heard Tasha say this about T.S. Madison when I first met her, when she was just like, I'll never really respect her or any of them as a woman because you're not a real woman, you don't have a period, you can't have kids, you can't go through childbirth, none of that.
Mhm.
So their response is, well, you being able to give birth don't make you a woman because every biological woman don't have that ability, but that's still even that they know what you mean. Like
Of course they know what it is. The
you're
thing
not
is,
born with the body part, so they know what you
it,
mean. People just are
here's
deflecting, but yeah.
here's where we come into the issue. I'll give you the perfect example. Do you remember how you were covering a lot of Hollywood things where there was this whole thing about them outing people? They would
Yes.
out these rappers and out these actors. If you and I are supposed to be both women, then that's just a man having sex with a woman. What is there to out?
It ain't nothing to out. It ain't no
There's
scandal.
nothing to out.
It ain't no
There's
need
no
to
story.
blackmail them. It's
And
like
all of that.
it was a new one. I didn't get a chance to cover it. That girl, I think she lives in Miami now. That Hennessy girl or whatever, putting all the
Right.
niggas because she actually had the sex change. Oh, let me tell you.
Right.
So I seen the sex tapes. You like it looked like a real vagina. I'm not trying to be vulgar. And then
Hmm.
even when the dude, first off, well, none of the dudes wearing rubbers. I'ma just leave that alone. But when dude was hitting it, it was white cream coming out of it. So I was like, how do you make a fake pussy cream?
I would just say that again, if you I don't know the marvels of modern medicine, they can do a whole lot, but one thing I will know is my
Thank you,
vagina
Lovely.
and uterus are not manufactured. Okay, I carry two children, 8 pounds 3 ounces and 10 pounds 2 ounces. I
Ooh,
am
ooh,
5'2".
oof.
Okay, I don't care if my husband wanted to, he could not do that because he doesn't have the parts.
Or the
So all
body
I feel like,
structure, or the hips, or the
none of
pelvis.
that. He doesn't
None
have
of that.
any of that. And so it's just about, look, respect the fact if you're going to put it out there that we are different. And that's what I'm saying. They keep throwing things out there like they understand that we're different. Okay, then don't act like we're discriminating against you whenever we point that out. And I'll leave it there. But I just wanted to put, I was just hoping that that could kind of clarify from, the real woman's perspective. I don't hate you. I think it's absolutely horrible, especially the Black ones. They keep coming up with them missing and getting, offed and all that. I don't want to see that to happen to anybody. I think that's horrific. But I did, like somebody said, T.S. Madison, and then she didn't come out and say, oh my God, this is so horrible. What happened to this woman? Oh my goodness, we need justice. She immediately came out and said that was one of y'all and not one of us. You drew the line in the sand, differentiating between the two.
She did,
so that means you know that you're different.
She did, though. Thank you, Adrian. You have a good one, all right?
Storm. Thanks for having me. You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Sugar Andy said that winning our beauty contest, Olympic Games from what? Ooh, oh God, remember Woman of the Year, Caitlyn Jenner? I remember that. Funk That Noise. All these women need to stand together. I hear somebody saying too that there is a lube that's white, like a white lube that look. I ain't never seen white lube. I thought lube was clear. Where have y'all gotten white lube from? And y'all know I be in these sex shops, so I ain't never seen that. But I was those Hennessy videos. I was confused because it looked and sounded. It even had the macaroni and cheese sound when the niggas was hitting it. I'm just saying, like, the shit would have fooled me. I see how the niggas got fooled. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm just saying.
What's going on, Tia?
Hey, Storm.
How you doing?
Wait a minute.
Oh yeah. Just mute me.
I can't hear you.
You got to mute me on the other tab.
How come I can't hear you?
I don't know.
Hello.
I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Okay, I'm gonna put you down for a minute. Then I'll bring you back up. Apartments available. I can't read the whole thing. Going once, going twice. All right. What's going on, DJ Incredible?
What's good? Hey, Storm, man.
How you doing?
How you doing, man?
I'm
you looked
good.
at the video, Storm. You looked at the video, you said cream and macaroni and cheese.
I'm just saying, because listen, everybody was talking about it, and she was posting like clips on Twitter. So I'm like, I'm clicking because I'm okay, because she has run through New York, she's run through Miami, she done went through whole football.
You talking about top dudes?
Not top dudes, but mid-level, but some rappers too. I'm not even gonna say their names because I don't want no lawsuit.
Oh God.
But
I telling the truth.
But I recognize some by the tattoos. So niggas be trying to like keep the camera down here, but if you got your son at it, and we know. But when you see it hitting the shit, tearing it up, that shit was white shit coming out.
Hey, let me say this. Was he responding like a woman getting hit like that?
Yes.
I don't know what the hell he did with that, but that's some old,
I don't know,
biological, like scientific. Like I gotta go study that shit to understand that, man. Because that's
I don't know. They say Miami got the best doctors. I'm gonna leave that there. But what's your comment?
Hey, yo, but check this out now. Oh, girl, man, a condolence go out to old girl in Mexico. I got some points, but old girl talking about dealing with the transsexuals. She said that the man, she said something about male privilege. No, but that's male insanity. There ain't no male privilege. You know what I'm saying? Hey, yo, it's like we got people like playing with words. It's like some witchery going on. You know what I'm saying? With wordplay. You know what I'm saying? And people will say something a certain way, and then they will take it and try to chop it up and try to make it mean something that is not. That's biologically, I don't give a damn. It's biologically, that's a man. He dressed like a woman, period.
I think she meant that transgender women, when they're living their life as a male, benefit from patriarchy. So they're saying like, so you benefited from being the top gender because men are seen as superior to women. That's just what it
Mhm.
is. And then now you've had that, and then now you get the playing wigs and lipstick, and now be soft. So I think that's what she meant, that they have benefited from patriarchy. So that's the only thing I can think of.
Oh, so they got it. So they was the head, and then they can be taken care of like they wasn't the head. That's deep, man. That's too deep for my male perspective, man. Hey, yo, let me go.
It's like Caitlyn Jenner, right? Caitlyn Jenner was Bruce Jenner, was a man, was an athlete, was an Olympian,
triathlon, and the triathlon,
all that shit, and now she in wigs and heels.
Yeah. That's too deep for me. But peep this, Mexico, right? I did a video on TikTok with the father explaining what went on, right? And I also heard some videos, I don't know, so it's allegedly that she was involved with one of those girls' cousins dying.
I don't believe that though. I don't believe.
I mean, did you hear that though?
I saw people in the comment section saying that.
Yeah, but see,
I don't believe that.
Because where they from? North Carolina?
They from North Carolina, but then why go on a trip with her then?
Hey, yo, check this out. South Carolina. I was kind of raised in South Carolina, unknown location. You hear me? One thing about the South right there, Georgia, North Carolina, if I don't like you, I had to learn this the hard way because I got out of about like 3 or 4 of the situations. They will game up to you. A group of them will game up to you and get you drunk. And then when they get you nice and drunk and they see you like totally off balance, lacking, they will sneak you. Then they start beating the shit out of you. That's one of the things they got. They game up on you like they friendly. They will take you out, get you drunk as fuck. And then when they see you over there loving the girl like you having the best time, they will bing and they will start beating the shit out of you. You feel what I'm saying? So I think they game that girl. The whole time, this was premeditated murder. I think they're going to get them for first-degree murder. This is premeditated murder. If you've seen that movie, Invitation, right? When that boy talking about, I sat there and played music for her, hold her hand until she took her last breath. You remember that? Boy said that. Look at that movie. What that man was doing on that island. They was playing music. He was holding that woman's hand and talked to her until she passed away after he done poisoned her. You heard me? So I'm telling you,
that's some sick shit. That's just some sick.
Yo, I'm telling you, they playing that. Yo, did you see the video when she walked in the room?
I saw that.
You seen
and the
that?
whole energy changed.
You seen how they grouped up? How them girls was grouped up?
They were.
And what did she say? When I come in there, y'all bitches better be naked. So she in a careful mood. She walk in that room and them girls looking at her like, you know what I'm saying? Like, whenever it's about to happen. You know what I'm saying? And the homeboy, listen, man, they brought all her luggage home. Also, allegedly, they stole $10,000. You heard me? They sat at her mom's table, ate with her mom, told her that bullshit story. Yo, dumb some demon, that's some evil, man. That's the most evilest thing I ever seen in my life. I hope they get murdered. I mean, #1 murder. And I hope they go to Mexico because guess what? They do have an extradition law. You don't remember about Dog the Bounty Hunter? Remember he went over to Mexico and did that illegal snatch up? And he had to go through 3 years over there in Mexico. Remember that?
Oh, shit. I didn't even hear about that.
Yeah, Dog the Bounty Hunter. Oh, he had to turn himself into Mexico. He had to get the fuck over there. He did like 18, what he did, like 18 months to like 2 years, Dog the Bounty Hunter. Look it up.
Damn. All right.
So trust me, United States is down with Mexico on that. If Mexico take it up and the feds rather say Mexico would deal more harsh with them, I would say go with Mexico. Let Mexico go ahead and put them in one of them back prisons up in them jungles and let them spiders and them big Mexican mosquitoes tear their ass up and torture them because they torture that girl. That girl was nothing but 125 to 30 pounds.
Yeah, she was tiny. She was a skinny little thing. And that's another reason why I'm like, they was jealous of her. She was attractive.
She was successful.
Had money. Both her parents. You know what? What the fuck was she doing hanging with them?
They said she had a good heart. Listen, man.
Fuck all that.
People, listen, Storm, for example. Like you, for example. It happened to you. You try to be, you know what I'm saying, good as somebody open your doors up and they try to do you in. You know what I'm saying? But you came up out of there swinging like Ali. You feel what I'm saying? But they was trying to do you in. You
They
feel
was
what I'm
fun.
saying? You gotta see
They also forgot I had a semi-automatic weapon in the house the whole time too.
huh? Rock they got rock they snot box, you know what I'm saying? Change their channel. The channel 0.
Yes, baby. I'm not tussling with no hoe in my house. You hear me? You come in my shit, you get out of line, your ass ain't
Yeah,
gonna
you
walk
get
out.
rocked. Like, hey yo, I'm in Texas, so yo, come in my house with that bullshit. You gonna have the best dance of your life. I'm dead.
Texas, you can't even cross in the yard and you out of line and you
You're gonna have the best dance of your life, man. Hey yo, but let me say this real quick. Now, about Kyrie. I know this ain't, you know what I'm saying, I'm kind of going off, but Kyrie Irving. Now you see he reposted something, right? And all this happened to him, right?
Mm-hmm.
What about Tom Brady, Stephen Curry, with that $11 billion scam?
We ain't hardly heard nothing about that. We gonna say that for another stream though. Let's say that for another stream.
All right, brother. Hey, Storm, good look. Yo, I'm here. Whenever you see me, man, holla at me, man. I'm here, man. You
For
heard me?
sure. Appreciate it. Take care now.
I appreciate you, brother.
Bye-bye. Yeah, buddy, they was involved in the scam. And I think they not going to jail, but I think they're gonna be fined. We'll do a story about it. Separate stream. What's going on, Cheryl?
Hey, Storm. Can you hear me?
I can. They said yes, ma'am. They said what scam? It's like a crypto scam. So this is what y'all don't realize. A lot of your celebrities and these rich people, they make money off of scamming y'all to buy into shit. That's how they get a lot of money. But anyway, go ahead. How you doing today?
I'm doing fine. Never called into a content creator's channel before, but I'm talking to you guys from a grandmother's perspective. I've been watching you since you first hooked up with Tasha, and I just love you.
I appreciate that.
You and the young lady are around the same age, and you're the same age as my oldest grandchildren. And this thing has gotten to me to the point where I used to work for the U.S. Attorney in federal court, and I did it for 25 years. And I first will say, beware of people who are in law school, okay? Because sometimes we get a little bit of knowledge and we come off as if we are the experts. I'm not going to speak on what I don't know for sure. So I don't know if the young lady is correct or not. I basically don't understand what goes on with homosexuality at all. So I won't speak on that. I just like who I like. My favorite nephew happens to be gay and born on my birthday. So
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
That's just the way it is. But what I want to say is I saw Leon with a t-shirt on that said, I was raised by OG. You were raised by IG. And it hit me. It's our generation who first started with the weed and other drugs and birth control and free sex, and we raised our babies and people were smoking around them and doing dope around them. So that's the next generation, which are now in their 40s, and then they had you guys. So we were the start of this debacle. I'm just taking some of the, I guess, some of the heat for what's gone down. And so just beware, guys, when you guys are out here with these drugs and things and you have children and you're leaving them with people and they're getting molested or whatever, and you stay on your cell phone and don't listen when your baby's crying, you're ignoring them and feeding them chicken nuggets and thinking this is just, because you say, I love you. Hey, that's all they need. They need all of you. All of you. And young ladies, if you're not with the baby's father, please, please focus on those children and forget about the relationship right now. If you had them young, you'll still be young when they're grown and you can do your thing. But you cannot get back those years that you neglected them thinking you were super mom. Oh, they'll let you know. They will let you know when they get old enough. No, you are not super mom. You focused on your boyfriend. We lived in a great house. We had this and that, but we didn't really have your attention. So I'd really like to speak to the young ladies now. If you're raising children, you're gonna have kids, just focus on those kids, because this is what you end up with. By the way, Shanquella's parents were not together.
Oh, okay.
No,
Okay.
they were not. But clearly they both loved her very much. That father tore me up. So I'll just end with this. I woke up in the middle of the night last night thinking I had some DNA and I couldn't find it. And everybody was trying to help me put my case together. That's how much this has affected me with this young lady. So that's all I had to say. Thank you for letting me speak. Love you, and I'll keep watching.
Take it easy now.
All right.
Bye-bye. Yeah, I had assumed her parents were together the way they wrote it in the paper. Hold on, I just saw a comment here. I'm trying to read it. Someone can make a usurper pick up some. Y'all so silly. Xanadu Zavaria.
Hi, Storm.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. Can I just tell you I like your shirt?
Well, thank you. Thank you.
I had to lighten it up a little bit. This is pretty heavy. You know what I'm talking
It
about?
is. It is. It is. It is.
Yeah, it's pretty heavy. But yeah, you I see you. Anyways, the Shaquella Robinson story is done hit me. It's hit a lot of people. I didn't really realize, when stories go viral, clearly it's popular for a reason. But it's really interesting to listen to all of these people and how invested most of us are emotionally in this. You know what I'm saying? There are a few different angles that I look at it. One angle is I am a mom. My son is actually a teenager. So he ain't all the way grown. But when you see stories like this, it really puts a fear in you when it comes to your babies. Because you don't want to teach your children to be scared of the world, but you got to be careful who you gussy up to. You know what I'm talking about? You cannot just trust no anybody that's going to smile in your face and give you a high five here and there. Because bitches will smile in your face and they will hate your guts. And you
Hate your
won't even know.
guts.
They will
Hate your
hate
guts.
your guts. You know what I'm talking about? To want to inspire
How about
somebody.
how about this, Xanadu? How about somebody
Man,
smiling in your face, meanwhile trying to put your coochie or your bussy on the market? But you ain't heard that from me.
nothing surprises me. You know what I'm saying? I've been on this planet for a little time. I ain't no baby. You know what I'm talking about? So I've seen a lot of things. I'm sure some things I ain't seen, but that won't surprise me. I mean, motherfuckers out here is wild. You know what I'm saying? The other thing is, and I'm gonna say this because I don't want to negate the fact that we have to be careful how we move. So the first thing is, I think it's slimy, I think it's gross, and I think it's sad that they could hate this girl so much, right, that they would take her to another country and under the guise of having a good time and a vacation, and then that baby come home dead in a box. Like, that is a parent's worst nightmare, whether they 2 or whether they 22 or whether they 42. Nobody want their kids to go out like that. But I will say this: you have to be careful how you move, because what we don't know is we don't really know the precursor to the situation. We don't know exactly what inspired that type of hatred, right? Whatever it was, it really probably wasn't enough to just like snuff her out like that. But you don't know how people move. And just like they all shady, you made the point earlier. What was she doing kicking it with them type of folks anyway? You understand what I'm saying? You are who your people are.
I think trying to fit in, to be honest, and I'm gonna just say this and put it out there. When you're intelligent, successful as a black person, you don't really have a lot of people to hang out with that are black.
I can dig that. I can dig that. I think anybody.
People talk about, oh, you done made it, and now you live around white folks, and now you hanging with white. Now you got white. A lot of, I'm talking about my generation. A lot of us ain't really doing a lot of nothing.
Yeah.
So it'd be like, you either gonna stay to yourself or you gonna try to be friends with these hood motherfuckers that really don't fuck with you, but
I think it's true. I think it's true. I think anybody with a dynamic being, because sometimes, you know what, I've known people that's so goddamn cold to where, like, I've even been in situations myself where people would hate on me and I didn't have shit. I didn't have
Same
shit.
here.
But
Same
who I
here.
am. You understand what I'm saying? And they still want to try to snuff you out, or they want to try to like degrade you or deplatform like your greatness. It's just weird. Like people's psychology is so twisted and demented. And I rock solo. Like I've been rocking solo for years. I came to this planet. I'm an only child. You know what I'm saying? I'm the only
Me
person that
too.
share my mama. You know what I mean? And so I think
Yeah.
a little bit of that in us allows us to move freely and be okay being by ourselves. But a lot of people have these attachments that they really need to reevaluate, because you can't just attach yourself to anything just to have something. You know what I'm saying? Like that's really, really dangerous. And then lastly, I'm gonna go because I know some more folks in the queue. The T.S. Madison situation, right? First of all, this situation don't have nothing to do with transgender people. Has nothing. There's no relation to this case and transgenderism and the LGBT 59 ABCs and 2+1s. Like it don't have nothing to do with that. But we got to keep in mind that we live in a social media era, right? Anybody with a little bit of following, you got a page, you can post some shit, you want to put a little video up, you got a few folks that listen to you, then that's what people is doing. But I think that how do you define narcissism? Narcissism is taking a situation that ain't got shit to do with you and making it all about you. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I had to throw that in there too. But shout out to TS. I'm not no hater. She doing her best shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not mad at her, but it's not relevant. Like nobody give a fuck about you right now. What we trying to look at is what's going on with this girl. You know what I'm saying? Like real talk. Real talk. So
and that's why they dragged her. Because they said, we ain't thinking about your ass right now. Sit down.
Yeah, ain't nobody worried about her. I appreciate the little time, Storm. I see you on you come up. You doing good, baby. Keep up the good work. Yeah, I'm gonna holler at y'all. Appreciate it.
Take it easy now. TS, let's try again here. Can you hear me now?
Okay. Yeah, I fixed it. I don't know what was happening. Okay, and no relation to Maddie, even though my name's TS, but this whole situation to me is so unfortunate, and I am so grateful for you and the other YouTubers keeping y'all foot on their neck, because I really believe that this would have just got swept under the rug if y'all wasn't just on it like that. I'm like, hey, expose these people because they all need to go to jail. I understand that, a lot of people have a thing about being lonely and, not having friends and not fitting in. But I'm going to tell you something. Friends are overrated. And I do everything by myself. I go to concerts by myself. I go on vacation by myself. Because it's like every time you try to fit in with a clique, it's always going to be somebody, especially with girls, like especially Black girls from the hood. I know I didn't have so many experiences with them, and they will hang out with you for years knowing they don't like you. I know whole cliques of girls that don't like each other on the low, and it's like, why are y'all hanging out with each other? As soon as I get a whiff that somebody ain't feeling me, and you just don't ignore little signs, because they let you know. They say little slick stuff. Don't think it's all in your head. Don't think it's overreacting. Yes, you heard what you heard. She said what she said. She do not like you, okay? And that's fine. That's fine. These vacations, somebody always ain't got enough money, and people will hang out with you if they think you got more going on financially than them. Knowing doggone well they don't like you, they will use you, girl. Like, I just feel so bad that nobody was there, and for all I know, her mama could have been telling her for a long time, them ain't your friends. But kids are hard-headed, because I didn't have people like that where my mom be like, that girl was not your friend, and I just keep hanging out with them anyway, and then some crazy happened. It's like, dang, my mom told me that girl didn't like me. You know what I'm saying? You just want to feel like you belong to something. And it's really overrated, because the older you get, the more they start dropping off anyway. And you just realize, you know what? It's cool to be by yourself. But I hope they all go down. I think that boy that made that video is lying. I think he was there the whole time. I do think it was a setup. And see, a lot of these Gen Z kids, they're kind of slow.
They're very slow.
You know what I'm saying?
They're very fucking slow.
They really are, and they think they know everything. So I really do. They felt like they can do this in Mexico and get away with it. And honestly, they might have gotten away with it if y'all wasn't reporting this like this. It could have got swept under the rug. It could have been, but they were so dumb and didn't really think out they plan and come with this alcohol poisoning stuff. And what if that daddy didn't have enough money to pay for her body to get back and get an autopsy or anything like that? Because a lot of people don't have like thousands of dollars just laying around. It really could have just went away. But I'm so glad it didn't, and I'm so glad that they are not getting away with this. I feel like since the FBI is involved now, that they ass is grass. Like, and it's probably gonna take some time. Let's not expect them to get convicted overnight, because they got to build a case on these people. They got to build a case, and it's gonna take a while to build a case. But please believe it's a wrap. It's a wrap, and they deserve it. I don't care who delivered the blow. Everybody is guilty, including her. So who gonna record their best friend getting beat up? I mean, really.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. First off, you not fighting my best friend, period. Without
period.
What the fuck?
Period. Okay, like ain't no way in heck I would have sat up there and recorded my so-called best friend getting beat up like that. Ain't no way. We would have just all been in there fighting. You know what I'm saying? It's
we just would have all been in there fighting.
No, or at least break it up. Like, I've never had a fist fight with any of my friends, and we have gotten into it before, but usually it gets squashed before it even escalates to that point. If y'all really friends and really it'd be like, okay, girl, let's stop this before it get heated, and then you move on and you squash it, and that be the end of that. When people really don't like you, it don't take much for something to escalate to something violent or something deadly.
Hold on. I'm glad you said that. When a motherfucker already really don't like you, any little thing, because they don't like you. You can tell how somebody feels about you by how much grace they give you.
Right. Because it would just hurt my soul. You know what? And it's so I had a cousin like that. That used to always try to fight me when we was little, and I just could not understand why she would always be trying to fight me. And a lot of times I was just like that girl. I didn't want to fight because I wasn't a fighting type of person. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't want to hurt my cousin. You know what I'm saying? But she didn't have she used to be trying to fight me like I was a chick on the street. And I let this go on for years, Storm, for years. Like, and then one day I just couldn't take it no more, and I fought her back, and she never messed with me again. But I just did not want to fight her because I felt like we cousins, we family. You're not supposed to fight each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just, and plus I don't want to fight. I'm not. That's to me, that's the type of stuff. That's ratchet stuff. And when you grow up in the hood and you kind of like forced into these ratchet circles, that's a problem too. Like you know in your heart that you want something better out of life, and you know that you're going somewhere. You might be the one. Like, I was always the one that went away to college and my friends didn't. And then when I would come back to visit for like Thanksgiving, some BS would go down. I'm gonna tell you right now, the friends I made in college, I'm cooler with them than the people I grew up with. And it's okay to let them drop off.
It's okay. Now it's a couple like I went to high school with and I'm still cool with to this day. But a lot of folks, they fall off by the wayside, and that's okay. It's seasonal. You can't get your new blessings still holding on to old baggage. So sometimes you gotta let shit go so you can come in. But I wanted to show people this real quick. Speaking of generations, because I'm always guessing, but I didn't know. So they say Gen Z is born between 1997 and 2012. Millennials are born between 1981 and 1996. So I would be a millennial then, technically. Okay. Gen X is 65 to 1980. So my parents are Gen Xers. Got it. Okay. Okay. Boomers too. I never heard of boomers too. But anyway. So these are the generations right here. So these people are what? Are they 30 or are they like mid-20s?
They like mid to late 20s.
So Gen Z millennials, they in that range. Range.
Yeah. And to be honest with you, I'm considered a Gen I'm like the last year of the Gen Xers. Like,
Okay.
and my mom them would be like the baby boomers. Like I just missed the millennial bus, you know, but
Okay.
those are our kids, the Gen Z people. And I noticed a lot of people my age, they probably had kids when they were young, like in high school and stuff, and didn't really raise them. Like you say, these people raised themselves, they had no moral values or anything like that. No one taught them right. You know, they don't even know how to dress to come to a job interview or a funeral. Okay, this is what we dealing with here, like the simple things in life. You know, I know you didn't seen it.
I didn't heard. I didn't heard. Old dude that got the vitamin shop out here off Piedmont. He said homegirl came into the interview, and I mean her shit was just like
exactly.
And then she goes, well, you know, I really do need the job, but I don't like people like that. I don't like talking to people like that. Don't bother me. And he like, this is a vitamin shop. Like you have to. This is the job. Is literally she on her phone during the interview. I'm just like, wow, like.
Mm-hmm.
Even in class, you see them videos on Twitter. They in class all on their phones. I'm like, what?
Mm-hmm.
Are we afraid to say something to these kids? Because it couldn't have. You know, my kids did not disrespect me like that because I let them know, you baby, I will run you over with this car. Like I'm not playing. I wasn't playing with nobody kids, but is they afraid to say something to the kids?
They are afraid to say something because I'm gonna tell you why. I got several friends that are teachers, and they say them parents be wilding out if you say anything to their kids. I got a friend, she's Indian, and she said a mom came up there to try to beat her up with a bat one time. Like you can't even give these kids an F, knowing they dumb as rocks. And I feel like a lot of teachers just be scared and just passing these kids. Like back in my day, they would fail you. They would make you repeat a grade. You just wasn't finna pass. You ain't doing your homework or nothing like that. These
They
kids
told you to your face, you're wrong. You got it wrong. They'll put a big old F in red on your shit. They didn't care about your feelings.
Right, exactly. Like these kids are making it through life and they can barely read. That's why they like to text so much and use these acronyms because they really can't read or write. Storm, I'm gonna just be real. They can't spell. They don't know how to write. They can't communicate. So, you know, and as far as Maddie go, you know, I really used to like me some Maddie at one point. That was my girl. Like, you know, but I've seen her do this several times on the gram. And she always making something about them. Like, Maddie, sit your butt down, girl. Like, I am so sick of you making everything about the trans community. Just leave it alone. This was not the time or place for you to put on your little trans cape and start making this whole thing. First of all, women have never had anything wrong with the gays or the trans community. Okay, I love the gays. Them are my people. You know what I'm saying? But come on now. Cut it out. I feel like some of these trans people, and I'm gonna go here about Maddie, not all of them, but you know, it's a ridiculous amount of black men that secretly hate women. And I just feel like some of these trans, they can't shake whatever that thing is. They still got it. Even though they claiming that they a woman, they still get that vitriol and that disdain in their heart for other women for some, and it just come out in situations like this. And that's what Maddie is starting to give me. I think she just don't like us anyway. She couldn't wait to pounce on that. I don't really appreciate them saying that them girls was trans because I grew up in the hood and there's plenty of biological chicks running around looking like Jadakiss in the lace front. Okay, so I've seen.
And they women, they real
and
women.
They straight up women. They got 50 million. They got 5, 6, 7 kids. Yeah. I know you didn't see them looking like Big Siegel in a lace front. You seen them, and they are straight up women.
I mean, I didn't see them, and you know, you just assume like they a stud or something. They oh no, I'm trying to holler at you. No, you not.
Right.
It's been a couple. I remember one, and I ain't gonna say her name, but I'm gonna just say, please don't be giving these baby girls pretty names, and they don't grow up to be pretty. I won't leave that alone. But anyway, I was just like, ooh. But I see what you're saying. Now you know, trans people may clap back and they may say, "I'm not trying to be you. I don't have nothing against you." And you know, you just mad because we taking y'all men. Now, what do you say to that?
First of all, you can't take a straight woman's man. If you got that man, he was for you. You didn't take anything. If anything, you rescued us from somebody who was a fraud. Because I feel like the men who like trans, it ain't no. I just feel like it's no back and forth. Like he probably was living a lie anyway and wasting my time. So you did not take my man. That was not my man to begin with. If you got him, honey, you know what I'm saying. Thank you for taking him. I'm glad you helped out him or expose them, as they would say. And go ahead with your merry way. Hey, go ahead. Dude, because honestly, these dudes out here, they ain't on nothing no way. You see how that boy was supposed to be her boyfriend. You know what? If my boyfriend came, that whole hotel would have been sent the hell up. Ain't no rubbing my head and playing Sade or whatever the hell he was doing. It would have been like, I need answers, or I'm finna pull out my gun and shoot everybody up in here. Like that's what a real boyfriend would do. And he looked like he from the hood. So you mean to tell me somebody's hood boyfriend came up in there and his girl was unresponsive and he decided to just like he was in on it too. And I feel like he was already there. And that's why I say they slow. Because why would you put that video out and you know darn well you guilty? He just made it worse putting that video out to me. It's so stupid. I just hope they all get it. And please, I want everybody just to stop guessing. Let's wait for the facts. I don't like all these stories about these. We don't know what the motive is yet. You know what I'm saying? But just watch them crumble. Watch them crumble. It will come out. And I'm going to be real with you, Storm. I don't think it's some more dramatic motive. I don't think it's some gay stuff or, all these soap opera motives. It probably was simply, we don't like you. They might have even had a reason not to like her. Because we just don't like you, period. You think you all that, who you think you is. You know what I'm saying? Because I could hear from that video when she was like, y'all ain't naked yet. I could hear it in her voice. She thought them was her really friends. It's so sad. She really thought she was there with her people. And the way they was see, but I don't ignore stuff like that. The way that one in that blue was looking when she came in, like it don't take that long to get naked. See that energy, baby? No. Absolutely not. That should have let her know something right there. I just really wish they some punks. The girl wasn't even fighting back. Why would y'all do that to her? Y'all couldn't just, once you still on somebody and they don't even fight back, abort mission. You got your lick off. End the story. Why would you continue to be somebody like that? And
gotta be, because that's when that jealousy and that envy take over. That's that spirit. That's that spirit. But thank you, TS, for coming up.
All right. No problem.
Take it easy now.
All right.
Bye-bye. So true. What's going on, Sparkle?
And you gotta get out of here. All right, now wait a minute. It was a damn setup. T.S. Madison, I love you, but let me gag some of these feminine fish tanks real quick. Now, dear Yvette says, you did a station head, darling, and you said, why do I have Storm's picture on my profile, baby? That shows your jealousy, honey. And then lying saying I have HIV, girl. But you're a cop, girl. Let's get it. I'm about to uncrumble your empire just like I did Wendell Williams, okay? That's why he walking around the city acting a fool, looking a fool, and is a fool. The jealousy is real from all sides, okay? Men are jealous of men. Women are jealous of women. Men are jealous of women. Women are jealous of men. That's just the way the ball motherfucking roll, okay? And just like my Betty Jean said, don't nothing motherfucking, our friend is a goddamn dollar bill, and that ain't no holler, and it ain't no eel, okay? Reporting live from Myrtle Beach to motherfucking South Carolina. Now what's good? Now let's get into it. Shanquella was pretty as fuck. She could have been a model just like T.S. Hey, T.S. girl. Yes, you are so fine, honey. Yes, all mine, T.S. girl. But, let me tell y'all something. Ain't nothing, baby. Look at this body. Honey, please. Did I ever want to desire to be a woman? Not. Did I ever want to, not. I wanted to be the Corey, okay? Period. End of mother story, period. And Denzel Washington, you keep playing games with me over there with Poor Letter Darling. Huh, Miss Denzi. That's where the name came from. Now
Okay,
come
okay.
see me about it.
We can't we
I
can't
love
we
you.
ain't gonna go too far
I,
on this live though.
I know, but you know I love you. But justice for Shanquella, whether her mother and father was together or not, that's more than a lot of y'all parents can say. That is an Emmett Till setup. That is Atlanta child murder setup. Okay? Because celebrities was getting paid, cops was getting paid. Okay? That's what it was. Okay? Now Emmett Till, go in the grave and get Mamie Till and tell how her son went from Chicago to Mississippi and got killed and sent back in a box. It's a modern Emmett Till situation. Okay? And I will gag the nation. Don't play with me, because girl, please, I've been around, honey. And around, and the queen still has the crown. Okay? Love you,
Thank,
Stormy.
thank
So
you,
cute.
Sparkle. Sparkle always playing. What's going on, Presley?
Hi. I was actually calling because there are several things that I noticed that people haven't been talking about.
Yes,
I haven't
yes.
been here from the beginning, so I'm not sure if you've spoken about it or not. But during the dad's interview, he pointed out that he doesn't believe that there was ever a nurse because when the best friend Khalil called the mom, um, he was on, I guess he was on three-way. He was on three-way the whole time with the mom. And yes, they're not in the same house. That don't matter. They still co-parent, even though
Right,
she's
right.
grown,
That's all that
whatever.
matters. Yeah.
Anyway, he was on three-way. And he said that Khalil was like, "Oh, the nurse is helping her with her alcohol poisoning. Oh, she's having a seizure and all this stuff." And then he was like, "Well, can you put the nurse on the phone?" And he couldn't put the nurse on the phone, and nobody has ever spoken with that nurse, verified that nurse. Nobody has
Mm.
talked to that nurse, and nobody talks about that. Like no, like nothing is with that nurse. And then he also said that they called back about 2 hours later and asked him and the mom for $5,000 to take her to the hospital. And he said, "Why do you need $5,000? She got insurance. Why you need $5,000? Why you need that?" And
It
they were
wouldn't
just
cost that much to go to a Mexican hospital anyway.
exactly, and that's literally on the interview. I DM'd you the clip like maybe a couple days ago, but I know that you get a lot of DMs and I don't have a lot of followers, so maybe it's like in your junk mail folder or something. Maybe you didn't see it, that part of the interview. But he did say they asked him and the mom for $5,000. They asked him to wire $5,000 to them so that they can take Shanquella to the hospital. And I guess he sent them over her insurance information, and he was planning on flying out there, and they said that she was still alive. He said that
Mm.
in the interview, but nobody's pointing that out. I think it's because the interview was so long
Yeah,
that
yeah,
people
yeah.
were tuning in.
Yeah, it was like 3 hours, and I'm not gonna lie,
Yeah,
it's hard to sit through a parent, being emotional about losing their child. But the thing is, even if she did, first off, you can get traveler's insurance. But all that being said, just going to a Mexican hospital, period, is not going to cost $5,000. Even when my friend got sick in the DR, they was just like, but just make sure you have at least $200 on you, and it don't really cost that. But we Americans, so they gonna charge you $200,
exactly. And
not
people were tuning in.
5,000, not 5,000.
Exactly. That was for them to get the plane tickets to go back early is what I believe. He didn't say that, but that's what I believe. But he said that they asked him to wire $5,000, and I'm like, why is nobody talking about this? You know what I'm saying? Like, why is nobody talking about that part? But I think it's because the interview was so long, people were tuning
Mm-hmm.
in and tuning out. And then he also said that her luggage did not include her phone or her cards. Any of her didn't include her phone or her wallet. So the rumor going around that they spent her money might be true. He didn't confirm that. He just said that her luggage didn't include her phone or her wallet, and that they asked them to wire them $5,000 while they were still in Mexico. So these people
Damn.
killed their daughter and then asked them, not they family, because they family obviously broke, obviously.
Right.
So they asked her family to send them money to help them get out of Mexico early so they wouldn't be arrested after they killed their daughter. And then they went back and sat in their face and said she had alcohol poisoning. Like, I really want you to, like, I can send it again because I don't have a lot of followers on Instagram, so I'm pretty sure it went to your spam folder. It was, you got a lot of messages or whatever. But I'm just like, why is nobody talking about that part? Like, they asked he said that there was no nurse.
No, I
There was
wasn't
no
a nurse.
nurse.
I didn't believe that anyway. They would have some kind of proof that a nurse had came if that was
That's
the
what I'm
case.
saying. So I'm like, why is nobody talking about that? One, there was no nurse. Two, after they killed her, they asked her family for money to get them back home. Like, why is nobody talking about that part? I'm just like, that's just. And then they left her body on the living room floor for a maid to find. Like, why is nobody talking about that part? Like, that's why I'm just like, but I get it because the interview was long. They people were, you know what I'm saying? And so, but I can send it again just in case, went to your spam folder or whatever. I only got like 150 followers, so maybe it went to like your spam folder or something like that. But I can send it again. And then the second thing I wanted to point out that nobody's pointing out with T.S. Madison is that I completely agree with everything she said in defense of trans people. But
Okay.
what I don't agree with is that if you look at her Instagram story when she was explaining herself, all of the screenshots that she put up were from November the 16th. So her whole story, like, I woke up this morning and I just saw this and I'm just explaining to it now. No, what it seems like is people were coming at you about explaining the trans side of things days earlier, and you waited until the day of that girl's funeral to come out and say something to get attention, because
Ooh.
every single screenshot she put up on her story was from November the 16th. Shanquella's uh, funeral was on the 19th. So it seems like everything she's saying is true, and I do agree with her responses, like, y'all can't say this and y'all can't put us together after you've been discriminated against us, but you waited until that girl's funeral to come out with this shit. So when people say that you looking for attention, yes you are, because you didn't notice that you included all the timestamps in your screenshots. All of them were from November the 16th. So when you come up here and say that, oh, I just got it this morning, I didn't know nothing about this story. I was just looking through it and I just I just responded.
Ooh-wee.
It was just a random thing. All of those screenshots you put up were from all the same day within the same hour. If you look at the screenshots she put up on her Instagram live, they were all from November 16th within the same hour. But you
Mhm.
waited until November the 19th to respond because you knew that was that girl's funeral.
Thank you, Presley, for coming up. Ooh wee. Have a good one.
You too.
Bye bye. Hey, what can you say? Apartments available. I think that's in New York. I think that's the whole name.
Hello, Storm.
Hey, how
Hello.
you doing?
Well, I'm going to take up for T.S. Madison. I feel that was very disrespectful what that lawyer said. And to know that she's going to be in the legal system, wow, she sound real racist and prejudiced against transgenders. It was disgusting for her to be so disrespectful. I don't know what God she serves, but mines teach me to have respect. Now, I would like to say this. There's a lot of TV shows that started with OWN, Bad Girls Club. They have another, The Zeus, and another channel, That's TV. All they do is promote fighting. This is what they are putting in these people, grown people, old people. But what people don't realize, Manslaughter could happen if you have a fight. You could accidentally kill somebody.
Yep.
I am so glad that T.S. Madison came on to say that that lady wasn't a transgender, because when I got the information, somebody came into my bedroom and said, you know, that was a transgender. I was furious, livid. So I'm glad that, you know, she came on. Who she's supposed to represent. She's one of the most famous transgenders in the world. She's supposed to represent her people, you know, and it's a lot to say about that. As far as this is my concern.
Okay.
There was a YouTuber that said that Mexico was not going to prosecute this situation. They feel that they find no fault in this matter. That's my concern. Like, I need to hear from the FBI. I need to hear from Mexico that they are going to prosecute this, because if Mexico do not prosecute this, United States cannot prosecute it. It did not happen in their soil. That's what I was told. You know, the YouTube educates you real quick.
But it's still illegal to hurt an American overseas. So it's just I mean, that's not overseas. I'm sorry, on different soil. However, damn, it was on different soil though. So I don't know.
See, that's what I'm saying. I want somebody to bring up some information. Is Mexico going to prosecute this? Because we're in America thinking about America laws. We have to see how this is really getting played out. Because a real popular YouTuber said that Mexico said that they're not going to prosecute this as a homicide. Now that got me livid.
I don't know if Mexico has said that though. I know the FBI is investigating now. I know that much.
Well, I know that they read an article saying that the YouTuber read the article out from Mexico stating they didn't find no foul play in it and they wasn't going to investigate it as a homicide. And that's what made me like, wow, this world is really hell. This is really hell. This is disgusting. But I would like to tell people out there, especially that woman that's going into trying to be a lawyer, Jesus Christ, what kind of lawyer are you going to be? You want to discriminate against people? NAACP need to be sued. I understand she talking about how you could leave the ghetto behind. You don't have to condemn your ghetto that you left behind. You can't judge nobody in the ghetto like that. Oh, if you make it out the ghetto, F them niggas. You know, nah, what kind of lawyer you going to be? And who? I would like to know who is going to hire you, because they need to be shouted out. You don't need to be in law, sweetie. You are raised, Cool Cuts, Klansman, NAACP sellout. As far as
hold on. Let me show you some. CBS News. I don't know what article that other YouTuber read. I don't know, but CBS, as of November 18th, I hate they have all these pop-ups. Says Mexico investigates death of American woman seen beaten in video that has gone viral. Mexican authorities confirm they've started la carpeta de investigación sencillo por el delito de feminicidio. Yeah, this is they're actually classifying this as a femicide, as a crime against a woman. So yes, no, Mexico is investigating. So, and this is
autopsy. You know, this is a big YouTuber that had this on, reading the article that they found it to be.
But this is from CBS. So I don't care what they read.
Okay.
This is CBS.
And CBS is saying, what are they investigating it?
They are investigating it as a femicide. So on the original autopsy from Mexico, they might have just put alcohol poison. They might have put no foul play. They might have put whatever. But you can always reopen the case. They are investigating this as of the 18th. I said the 16th, as of the 18th. So Mexico and the FBI is on it.
Because when I heard that just really made me crazy. But what I want people to understand is how they are using the television to influence these children to fight. I
will agree. We are seeing the ramifications of like you just said, the Bad Girls Club that was popular, all these reality shows,
Blueface,
where it was not even way before Blueface, because that they relatively new. I remember when YouTube was first starting. That's how YouTube got popular. All these damn fight videos. Who remember Queen of the Hood? That was a whole series on YouTube.
Okay.
Now I'm taking y'all back. Hold up. I'm finna see if I can pull it up. That's a throwback. But literally,
My point is that they are not allowing these children to know that manslaughter, you can hit somebody in the head wrong and they could die. You could be in prison. Manslaughter. Oh, I didn't mean to kill her. We was just fighting. She
Don't
fell
matter.
in her head. You know what I'm saying? Come on, stop fighting.
Yep, the Sharkeisha video too. Here we go. I'm taking y'all back. See, I've been in this shit. 12 years. 12 years ago. Queen of the Hood. This is part 6. Who remembers these?
I'm Chantel Power. I'm a caregiver.
Headlocks, spin field, hell on earth, my porch. Blood spilling.
That's what it is. World Star.
Stay on it. Stay in there.
World Star. It used to be called World Star. World Star. Everybody brings out a phone instead of coming to somebody's defense, trying to save them from getting the ass whooping. They pull out the phone. They pull out the phone. That anyone that was in there filming that need to be held responsible because you seeing this woman defenseless. You know, a fight is a fight, but it gets beyond a fight. You it's against the law to see somebody get killed. You got to run out the room and go get help. Everybody should be sentenced to manslaughter. Every one of them, especially the song singing, putting on a rubbing my fucking head. I heard that lady almost looked like Emmett Till. You understand? I heard her father was describing her face. So what are you rubbing? What are you talking about? What kind of yo? Let me tell you something. I don't know how them people could live, but baby, I would definitely be in shackles. I would be living, but I'll be in shackles.
I hear you. Thank you for coming up. You have a good one, all right?
Having me.
Absolutely. Take care now.
Just make it clear. Don't be disrespecting T.S. Madison coming up here with that bullshit. Storm not going to check you, but I'm going to check your ass. Okay? You're disrespectful.
We let everybody have their opinion here, but
no, Storm. You know, you just don't allow people to be disrespected. Opinion is opinion. Disrespect is disrespect. Okay? And that's the bottom line. Disrespect is disrespect. How the hell you gonna be calling someone that identifies themselves as they are, damn sure look like it and look very good at it? That's just disrespectful. You understand? You don't know their story. You don't know their.
Oh shit! Oh my bad. My bad. I didn't mean to hang up on you. My bad. Oh shit! But I hear what you're saying though. I hear what you're saying. But thank you for coming up. I didn't mean to hang up on you that quick. All right, what's going on, Savvy Bean?
Hi, Storm. Can you hear me clearly?
Don't tell me how to run my shit. I'm in a good mood today though, so I'm not gonna go there. Hey, Savvy Bean, what's going on?
Hi, Storm. Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So one of the first things I want to bring up in regards to the trans women thing, I want everyone to live their life how they want. Like, life is hard, so do what you need to do to make you happy, right? But one thing I don't understand is, before you transitioned, especially the white ones, why didn't you use your power at the time? Like, you could have had an influence on your future life. You're a woman, right? You could have had an influence on our life. You were a sex-presenting man. Like, that's one of the things I cannot wrap my mind around. And there's never like an example of them being vocal before the transition. Like, prime example, Caitlyn had a platform. Did she ever say anything before?
When Caitlyn was Bruce, okay.
She never said anything before. I've never found an example of that. So, like, until then, I'm going to have to hold pause. Because at that point, you don't really seem like you're on our side. Or better yet, what about the whole community? Aren't they the ones highest on the pecking order before transitioning?
Well, yeah, okay. I mean, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. I guess what they would say back is before they transitioned, a lot of them were like basically in the closet, like.
Okay, you could be in the closet. I'm sorry, Stone, for cutting you off. You could be in the closet, but you could at least work towards women's rights since you're a woman.
Ooh.
Like, look at this uphill battle we have. What have they done for it? When you had your power, now, okay, you're a minority. Now you're queer. But before, no one knew. These little kids, they don't know. I'm talking about the adults, the ones who's pushing the message out there.
You know what? That's a perspective I didn't think about. I'm a little speechless on that.
No, because I'm trying to be open-minded. I'm trying to be understanding. I get certain aspects of it, but that's the one. Like, for example, you could have helped yourself. Out of every group here, you could have helped yourself.
Well, I'm gonna say this. I guess that's a question. Let's put that on the back burner for now.
Okay.
Why did trans people not fight more for women's rights before they transitioned? Okay.
Or even the LGBT community. Like, think about it. Isn't that how America, quote unquote, progresses?
Yeah, they
Like,
are
look at
supposed to be.
I don't want to get political, but look at the elections. Look how they voted for stuff.
Wait, how did they vote? Hold on. Tell me, how did they vote?
For example, Atlanta, right? A lot of white people, they didn't vote for Stacey Abrams. Right?
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, because she didn't win. So yeah, that's true.
Okay. Now I want to know how many of them. Granted, I don't know how it works. Like on your ID, did they change it?
That's when you have a legal sex change, not for all of them. You have to go through the court process for that.
So then, technically, in those polls, they're probably still listed under men, no?
Under or at least under their male name if it's still their legal name.
Yeah, exactly. So they probably part of their gender too.
That's a good point. Maria Williams said, Storm said, how did they vote? You didn't vote. How you know I didn't vote? You don't know if I voted or not. All in my business, Maria. But yes, Savvy, I think that's a good point. I think I'm gonna have another discussion where it's just trans women and regular women talking, and we gonna save that because that's something most people don't bring up. Like you wasn't for this before you transitioned. Why now? So let's leave that there. I thank you for calling though. All right.
Have a wonderful day.
Bye bye. L Boogie said she's saying if you want to slide in women's spaces, advocating and support women's rights. And she's saying, do it before you even become a woman. Damn, I ain't got nothing to say to that. That's a good point. It's a good point. All right. Let's see here. We've been on here 2 hours already. So, okay. I'm going to leave it there and call it a day, people. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I told y'all we was going to come, and I'm going to give y'all at least 2 hours. So that's what we did. All right. Like, comment, subscribe. We'll be back, of course. More updates. We're going to stay on their ass. You know how we do. And I will catch you guys later.